So before the video starts, I just want to address a couple of things real quick. One, the Big Soprano-inspired videos have now been renamed to Storytime videos. They're still inspired by Big Soprano, of course, but the reason I renamed them to Storytime videos is just because it's more straightforward, and so the name dropping and title doesn't get so excessively long and all that. And two, once I'm done making the storytime videos of Rayman Raving Rabbids, I'm actually going to make a long play compiling all of my playthroughs into one video where you'll be able to watch me play the game and talk about my personal stories. Alright, that's really it. Enjoy the video. Hey everyone, it's MB. I've not talked about this too much, but for this video I'm going to list the biggest regrets of my life that I wish I could change. I don't want to make this too long, so I'm just going to cut to the chase. First regret I wish I could go back and change is voting. By voting, I mean politically voting. So for the voting for the 2022 Senate election and the 2024 presidential election. I do not see the purpose in voting for a Senate and a president or anything that has to do with politics, and it's honestly just a retarded waste of time, and I just wish I never voted. The only reason why I did is because I didn't want to, but I was pressured to vote, pushed to vote, and I eventually gave in. Looking back now, it wasn't worth it. It was never worth it. I really wish I was in the right mindset at the time. And real quick, speaking of politics, I used to be into them when I was younger only because I blindly allowed myself to be influenced by people's bullshit, retarded ideologies and beliefs, that I was only political for the sake of believing that those things were right, and looking back now, it was never worth it. So I wish I was never into politics, and I of course wish I never voted. Moving on to the next regret is allowing myself to blindly connect and befriend people completely unaware that they had ill intentions all along because they were revealed to have been using me all along and eventually betrayed me. Alongside this, I regret going to school and work only to do this, and I also regret not taking any risks to evade the consequences of taking a stand for myself. I'm not going to get too into this only because I actually have talked about it a lot in my past storytime videos, but I wanted to address this as one of my biggest regrets, and it's all thanks to these retards for making me not want to socialize and destroying my social life. Alongside this regret, I really wish I didn't allow these people to hurt me. I really wish I was able to get them to continue respecting and liking me and keep them in my life and keep them to be good. And I also wish that I got real support from people that I should be able to trust, because if I did, I would not be in this fucking mess. And because this is clearly connected to this regret, I really wish I was able to call out these people and other people as well for the retarded bullshit they pull off, because not only would I have been a lot more confident now, but I'd be able to put these fuckers right in their place. And in conclusion for this, I wish adults never took advantage of me because of my kindness and their age, and I also wish kids and people my age never took advantage of me as well, and never took advantage of my kindness. Moving on to another regret that probably better explains why I'm so mentally troubled is having the unrealistic perfect mindset, which is basically constantly trying to be flawless, not making any mistakes, containing my rage as much as possible, and constantly trying to please everyone because I'm still treated like shit and taken advantage of. And I've mainly put up with this persona, like this mask, since 2022, but I do feel like I've actually had this my whole life, and I don't know why I've had it my whole life. I don't know if it was something that I obtained from a very young age, or if it's natural. This would probably better explain why. This is probably another reason why I'm so mentally troubled, because this mindset is one of the biggest factors as to why I'm in constant survival mode, rather than actually being able to live life the way I want, because one slip up and people come after me. Society never actually wanted me in their lives, and the only reason they do is just so they can control me. And I know I've talked about being controlled before, but I still feel like I should address that. Next up is me not creating a YouTube channel sooner. I mean, the channel itself I've had since 2016, but at the time it was just an account that I would use to like, comment, and subscribe on videos and channels that I like to watch. I didn't actually make any content of my own until a year ago. I do not know why I didn't make any content any sooner, aside from not at all being interested in content creation until a year ago. But even then, I still question why I just didn't make content sooner, and I really wish I made content before 2024. Like, of course, I wouldn't have done it super early in my life, but I wish I started making content either 2021 or 2023, just sometime before 2024, because I feel like I would have had a much easier time gaining the following I need to be able to apply for monetization at this point. And lastly, doing meaningless research for things that never have answers or always have answers I'm not looking for. For a long time, I've looked up a lot of topics in hopes of finding the right answer, but I never find the right answer. An example of this is how to disable YouTube's automated check system. I've done so much research on that for the past year, but unfortunately I've not been able to find anything, and all that time researching was just wasteful to me. Anyway, that's it for this video, so I hope you all have an MB day.